Assalamu alaikum. Detroit, Mars #1. Yeah, I want to get back to this Bumpy Johnson, the godfather of Harlem, Malcolm X. They put this movie out, this series, to do a beat down and a murder of a man that you consider dead, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They're trying to erase him out of the history and out of the hearts of the youth. For anybody that's claiming Elijah Muhammad, we don't want to hear. This is the seed that they are planting in the youth, in particularly. And they spreading this seed and this thought to my generation, to those who not in the Nation of Islam. There's a lot of us in the Nation of Islam. But my generation that's out there in the streets, that's in Christianity, they're spreading this to make you hate the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And on top of that, it makes you conclude to hate the Honorable Minister Farrakhan or hate anybody who stand up in these men names based on Malcolm and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad relationship. This is what they are doing to you. I had a very close friend of mine say to me, it kind of make you think or can see that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad probably was working with the government. Working with the government don't mean that it's bad. That's what he said. He said working with the government. Let me say it to you like this. That would take all the integrity that is in the Nation of Islam. That would make everything that the Nation of Islam is standing on untrue and not real. And the Nation of Islam is standing on the sole fact that God is a man. That's what you see. You see the birth of the reality of God visiting us. Because no one would have ever told you and I that God is a man. That's how the enemy know that God has visited us. Because the enemy would never tell you the truth. Satan says when that great judgment day come and he stand before God, he's going to say, I didn't do nothing. I just called them and they came. God, you the one promised them life and abundance. You the one promised them eternal life and happiness and joy. I promised them nothing and they came. So Satan's standing before God telling the truth. That he just called you. And we love the devil. Why? Because he gives us nothing. He gives us nothing. So now, Malcolm X depart from the Nation of Islam. Now all these conspiracies pops up. Just like y'all see me, y'all say you on Facebook. Nah, if something happened to you, brother, then a whole lot of conspiracies gonna pop up. No, shit. There's two things about me. First of all, I'm not going against the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, not because I'm scared. I'm not going against the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, not because I'm scared. Because my problem is not with them. They saved my life. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad saved Malcolm's life. It's the people that surround the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And you got the right to say, well, he's up top. Only thing he can do is say, keep your hands off of Malcolm. That was the order. Leave him alone. Leave Malcolm alone, man. It's like one of your sons going bad. You don't want to kill him. But Malcolm was more dangerous to this government, the wickedness, than he ever could have been to the Nation of Islam. You got 2 and 3 different Nation of Islam right now that's up under Elijah Muhammad and don't follow Farrakhan. You got about 50 different Moorish Science Temple cliques. Shit. That's not all with Noble Drew Ali. But see, the part that you and I have such a hard time believing is in the real. It's hard to believe in the real because you never seen the real. And when you see the real and the truth, it's strange to you. You say Elijah Muhammad lived because the government allowed him to live. Hell no. Fuck about this government. You ain't paying attention. God protects the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. God protects Farrakhan, man. And Allah is going to protect me. Not going to let you lames kill me. And I'm standing up 100% on God. Malcolm was a little too early. And he was going against the man of God. Bumpy Johnson couldn't make a phone call like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. God damn it. The mob put together couldn't call more men than Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You can't do it now. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan called 2 million men, a million man march, and 2 million men came. And then you got fake perpetrators, haters, that say, what did that do for us? It should have been an economic When Honorable Minister Farrakhan did a delicate surgery on our hearts, man. A circumcision on our heart and turned our hearts back to our family and to our kids and to our community and to different organizations. That's what he did. He didn't send us on a rah-rah mission. It's our turn to pull everybody together and do the next stage. And that's what listen, brother. Those of you who watching the TV show and that's so fascinated with Bumpy. I love Bumpy. I know a lot of Bumpies here in Detroit. I know a whole lot of them. And when Allah puts me in the right position in the right time, we gonna do something bigger than Bumpy here in Detroit. I know some Nipsey hustles. Here in Detroit, I'm a Nipsey hustle. But I'm connected to the one God. That's what it's all about. It's 2 things going on here. God is trying to call us to wake up and to come out of her. Come out of this European, so-called Caucasian, so-called white man, this European, this Caucasian. Come out of her. Come out of her because she is number 1 on God's list to be destroyed. To come out of her names. Your name is not Johnson and Williams. Your name is Muhammad and Shabazz and Ali and Bey. Man, our names is after God. So what they doing a mind control to stop you forever loving the Honorable Elijah Muhammad because I stand up in their names. Oh yeah, I stand up in Noble Drew Ali name. I stand up in Honorable Minister Farrakhan name. I stand up in Elijah Muhammad name. I stand up in Master Farrakhan Muhammad name, brother. And I'm from where you from, especially here in Detroit. You know me. And it was a beautiful scene to see Bumpy come get Malcolm, man. That was gangster. I love that. But the only part was wrong with it is that Malcolm was going against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But at the end, Malcolm realized, and he did an apology, and he put a tape out. They cut it short, but it's enough for you to think, for you can see Satan's hand that's tricking you, that's manipulating that fighting spirit in you. We by nature are righteous people. So when you go against trying to look at the best side for your people and your brother, when you going against that side and leaning more to the negative side, that's a grafting of your mind. That's a grafting of your heart. That's somebody that just tore your nature down. Tore it down. Got you acting other than yourself, which is a righteous individual, a child of God's, man. Now, I'm going to chill out on this one and wait for a couple of more of these shows. You know what I'm saying? But this little TV show, it got this people. See, Malcolm X babies is the Black Panthers. That's the children of Malcolm X. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, they children of Black Panthers are children of those. And so those Black Panthers, if you want to have a real conversation, have one with me. Because they got that fire in them, and they got a little disrespect in them for a man that's trying to be humble and get the job done. We don't need no damn guns to beat this so-called white man. All we gotta do is a couple things, man, and then you gonna see God, the reality of the living God, move in. They're not gonna do nothing else to you unless you continue to lean towards unrighteousness, lean towards negativity, lean towards division. Assalamu alaikum.